Good afternoon and welcome to ICU TV Lunchtime News. We now take a look at the stories making headlines. President Hichilema and Chapo deepen trade and energy cooperation to boost regional growth. Former Minister Lusambo awaits judgment in Unlawful Assembly case. 19 admitted after leftover food in Mazyopa compound. In international news, Israeli strikes in Gaza kill 50 rescuers, say after Hamas accused of killing Israeli soldier. In sports news, Makinka urges focus as Zambia polish up under floodlights for news Caledonia friendly. With the news details, my name is Kevin Ngabire. The engagement between President Hakainde Hichilema and President Daniel Chapo of Mozambique, held during Zambia's 61st independence anniversary, has opened new opportunities for economic cooperation and regional integration. The discussion focused on strengthening trade relations, expanding energy interconnections, and enhancing border infrastructure to facilitate smoother movements of goods and services between the two nations.
President Hakainde Hichilema is strategic. Every meeting at State House carries purpose, grounded in the President's broader vision to restore Zambia's economy, strengthen regional partnerships, and translate diplomacy into real benefits for citizens. The recent visit by Mozambique's President Daniel Chapo was one such meeting, anchored not in ceremony, but in substance.
Because we have shared resources, we must also protect these resources together. The issue of the environment, my dear brother President, is very important. Climate change, negative effects of climate change, including the drought we are talking about, needs to be addressed in a holistic manner in Mozambique, in Zambia, but between our two countries and in the region. We believe that is extremely important. And of course, our countries need to be sensitive to food security. Again, the variables occasioned on us arising from climate change, we need to do more water harvest together, joint assets, as I said, water, but also indeed irrigation agriculture. We want to learn from each other.
Both leaders focused on deepening cooperation in energy, transport, trade, and regional security, the building blocks of long-term growth. Zambia's energy needs remain a national priority, especially after a year marked by drought and reduced hydropower generation. Mozambique, a key regional energy player, stated its commitment to continue supplying power to Zambia and to expand joint energy investment.
We got to the conclusion that in the second week of November, we'll receive our brothers from Zambia so that they can better understand the project. And amongst us as African brothers, we can also develop this project together, invest in this project together, so that together we can generate energy for both our countries and also generate income for the private sector, which we think this project is very important.
The two presidents discussed progress on the 376-kilometer Mozambique-Zambia power interconnector, a $411.5 million United States dollar project connecting electro-sided Mozambique and Zesco Limited. Once complete, it will allow both countries to trade electricity more efficient and strengthen the Southern African power pool. Mozambique already exports over 235 gigawatts hour of electricity to Zambia annually. This is a partnership that ensures hospitals, factories, and homes stay powered, even in times of drought. The two countries are also exploring collaboration in natural gas and solar energy. This is in line with Zambia's plan to generate over 1,000 megawatts of new solar capacity, which is underway. Energy security goes beyond keeping the lights on. We are talking about powering opportunities.
Our big vision on even getting the pipeline, for example, oil pipeline, coming through into Ndola from Mozambique, obviously could take a route through Zimbabwe or through Malawi or direct, but those are details. But we want to make sure that we develop those big infrastructure projects.
Trade and connectivity from landlocked to land-linked. President Hakainde Hichilema has been consistent on one key message. Zambia is open for business. What business? Zambia is inviting investment in productive and strategic sectors, especially those that can diversify the economy both locally and foreign. But openness begins with the region.
40 young innovators from New Northmead Primary School have graduated from the Stanbic STEAM program, an initiative by Stanbic Bank Zambia aimed at equipping learners with essential skills in science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Technology and Science Minister Felix Mutati commended the partnership between Stanbic Bank and Northmead Primary School, noting that such initiatives are key to nurturing innovation and entrepreneurship among young people.
Boys and girls, STEM is the most powerful tool that is going to change our society. If we want to build bridges, it is STEM. If we want to build better classes, it is STEM. If we want to solve our problems in energy, it is STEM. Stanbic, we need more and more of STEM kids. If only you could, at the very minimum, double the number that you are supporting.
Stanbic Bank Chief Executive Mwindwa Siyakalima reaffirmed the bank's commitment to empowering young learners through initiatives that promote inclusion and technological advancement.
We believe that real progress happens when people are given the tools to shape their own future. That's why we have taken the initiative to make sure that we come up with this program for our young learners. Over the past year, this program has reached close to 100 students who have taken part in workshops, built projects, worked with mentors, and explored ideas that have stretched them beyond the classroom.
The Ministry of Education has also applauded the program for demonstrating the value of collaborating between the private sector and education institutions in promoting digital literacy and sustainable development. Former Lusaka Province Minister Bowman Lusambo is today expected to hear judgment in his Unlawful Assembly case before the Kabwe subordinated courts. Mr. Lusambo is jointly charged with Patriotic Front Central Province Chairman Billy Sichamba, Saidi Chibwana, Matthews Changwe, and Martin Simfukwe for allegedly conducting themselves in a manner likely to cause a breach of the peace at Brismas Restaurant in Kabwe Town Center in November 2023. The group is accused of gathering unlawful contrary to Section 74(1) as read with Section 75 of the Penal Code, Chapter 85 of the Laws of Zambia. The matter, presided over by Magistrate Gloria Chipasha, was adjourned to today after judgment was not ready when it came up on September 25th, 2024. Mr. Lusambo, a former Kabushi Member of Parliament, is expected to be transported from Mwembeshi prison by correctional officers, where he is currently serving a sentence for other offences. His co-accused remain out on bail and are residents of Kabwe Central Province. 18 children and 1 adult were admitted to Chipata First Level Hospital in Lusaka after consuming leftover food bought from restaurants at a local shopping mall. The food was reportedly obtained under false pretenses, claiming it was meant for dogs, but was instead given to the children in Mazyopa compound over the weekend. According to Shipata Level 1 Hospital Public Health Specialist, Dr. Chota Chishimba, all the victims showed signs of food poisoning, including vomiting, with some arriving at the hospital unconscious. Police have since apprehended 34-year-old Esther Daka, suspected of buying the food, while some samples have been sent to the Food and Drugs Department for laboratory analysis. All the victims have since been treated and discharged. The Eastern Province recorded 49 cases of defilement in September 2025 alone, according to the Provincial Police Command. Provincial Police Commissioner Robertson Mwemba says the province has already recorded 14 additional cases this month, with most incidents reported in Lundazi, Chama, Chipata, and Sinda districts. He says the police, in collaboration with various stakeholders, have intensified sensitization programs aimed at curbing the rising cases of sexual violence and protecting vulnerable groups, particularly young girls. We now take a break. Coming up in international and sports news, Israeli strikes in Gaza kill 50 rescuers say after Hamas accused of killing Israeli soldier. Makinka urges focus as Zambia polish up under floodlights for new Caledonia friendly.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Thank you for staying with us. Now in international news, at least 50 Palestinians were killed in a wave of Israeli strikes in Gaza on Tuesday night, the Hamas-run civil defense agents and hospitals say. Israel carried out the strikes in response to what it said were violations in Hamas of the as-brokered ceasefire deal. Israel's defense minister accused Hamas of an attack in southern Gaza that killed an Israeli soldier on Tuesday, and of breaking the terms on returning deceased hostage bodies. Hamas claimed it had no connections to the attack and insisted it was committed to the ceasefire deal. As President Donald Trump maintained nothing would jeopardize the ceasefire, but added that Israel should hit back when its soldiers were targeted. We take a short break. Stay tuned for sports news.
Bami wamwene kukupa basofu As a gift ya wedding well.
Kabampo guy on to west wow.
Way.
Sebo buji bajita ko humbo wa arwa kumumpa muso.
Ale.
They give one zo.
Basa sunu tusegelela akupobola. Nguzu ya mwana Yesu musanko yulage. Mwana mujende.
Samdori ndira honeymoon.
Honeymoon yansa yebo tuni kurya honeymoon nde tebu ya kusaka ka kupange maloko mbo tuni kukara amike. Kuno mudaro lo bagamba kuti kuti nantaga mihi mu Lusaga. Ishindi mubwa. Kitabaga ndijite claustration bagandi sibe buya. Baga kuhema jana.
Iwe. Amanini munganda mwana unkira mafia ng'ombe papeni. Na da ng'ombe muno.
Lucky. Do you know me? Do you know my wife? Have you seen my wife? Chiriku.
Urefu atoka ne mochari mpia.
Maybe I should go to doctors.
Bambira ma doctor ati wabora hipondo tu.
Ah.
Chikaringa byani bantu nawe chakaringa byani go. Oh.
Chachiringo kumichiringanya pa mulesu wa mafuta.
Wow. I'm so impressed mura. Pesi ndari kwamba bakuti. Aya mahuta anunkira musimba. Imwe mwaga suba.
Welcome back, and now in sports news. With victory over Mexico secured, coach Dennis Makinka and his junior Polo Polo side are aiming to close their Dubai training camp on a strong as they face New Caledonia in a friendly match today. The team trained under the Floodlights at Ohamaria Cultural and Sports Club, where Makinka called on his players to remain focused and avoid underestimating their opponents who have also qualified for the World Cup. Makinka expressed satisfaction with the team's work rate, noting that training focused on improving ball movement and defensive organization ahead of the clash. Midfielders Mapalo Simote, who impressed in the win over Mexico, said the team is determined to deliver even better performance. Meanwhile, FA's head of delegation Mojala Mwemba praised the squad's discipline and intensity during training. The friendly match against New Caledonia kicks off today at 18 hours local time, 16 hours in Zambia, at the Police Sports and Shooting Club Stadium. Zambians are placed in Group H at the upcoming World Cup alongside Brazil, Honduras, and host Indonesia. That sports item brings us to the end of our lunchtime news today. But before we go, a quick recap on the stories that were making headlines. President Hichilema and Chapo deepen trade and energy cooperation to boost regional growth. Former Minister Lusambo awaits judgment in unlawful assembly case. 19 admitted after eating leftover food in Mazyopa compound. In international news, Israeli strikes in Gaza kill 50 rescues, say after Hamas accused of killing Israeli soldier. In sports news, Makinka urges focus as Zambia polish up under floodlights for New Caledonia friendly. Thank you so much for watching. For more news updates, do watch our main news at 20 hours.